And a very disturbing story out of high school football, and we're going to roll that clip in a second. Texas high school football player hit a referee and was charged with assault. The team has also been removed from the playoffs earlier today. Emmanuel Duran, 18 years old, was charged with a Class A assault. A Texas high school football game took a sudden turn last night when a player who had been ejected ran onto the field and slammed into the referee during the game between the Edinburgh High Bobcats and the Far San Juan Alamo High Bears. Edinburgh's Emmanuel Duran was ejected. After the ejection, he went back onto the field looking like he wanted to take on the referee. He aggressively ran onto the field, slammed ref Fred Garcia, who was unsuspecting, and fell to the ground. After the incident, the referee was evaluated in an ambulance outside the stadium for a potential shoulder injury as well as concussion-like symptoms, and he did not return to the game. Gee, could we roll that clip? 61? Here we go. Look at this. Bang. Took him right down there. Unbelievable. According to the Monitor, Duran was charged with Class A assault on Friday morning following the arraignment at the Edinburgh Municipal Court. A cash surety bond in the amount of $10,000 has been set for him. In addition, Edinburgh CISD announced Friday that Edinburgh is no longer eligible for postseason play as a result of the incident. Just Big D, totally out of hand.
He shouldn't be allowed for any play ever the rest of his life in any kind of organized football, high school. I don't know if he's a recruit. I don't know what the deal is, but he shouldn't be allowed anything.
Yeah,
and he's
That's insane.
He's a champion wrestler as well.
Yep. He shouldn't be allowed to play any collegiate or high school level sports forever.
I mean, outside of the WWE, who would draft a guy like that? You know,
they wouldn't take him either. By the way, that's all about following the rules. There, you don't follow the rules. There, you kill somebody. Yeah. I mean, that's insane. And that goes back to where we opened the show. What's going on in the schools? What's going on in? Could you just imagine any kid you ever grew up with? Some people our age in our 40s or 50s growing up playing sports. Could you imagine anybody, any kid ever in a situation where they would go after a ref like that? Yeah. Assault.
Yeah. Well, there was that case, about 4 or 5 years ago where one of the coaches actually ordered his players to take out a ref as they were started to run a play. And you see these guys come from the backfield, and both of them hit him.
Well, attending sports, besides the problem of the kids and the discipline and the no respect for anything. I mean, you go to sports these days, even middle school age, and some of the parents are just so out of control that they think either their kid's going to the NBA.
Yeah.
Or they think that the game is like life and I mean, it is absolutely insane. These helicopter parents, it is absolutely crazy. Yeah. I mean, there have been games, basketball games that my son plays on a travel team, goes to, that I have to get up and leave. I can't sit there. I mean, parents screaming at the other parents with total disregard for the kids playing, like screaming, "I'll see you in the parking lot." It's just insane.
Yep.
They're absolutely insane.
You know what that kind of reminds me of too? And it's a gentleman you actually met once before, or twice before. A gentleman that I know as well. He actually goes to some of these basketball games for his son, and he removed himself. Because he yelled at the ref, and the ref looked up into the stands, and he just raised his hand and goes, "I'll kick myself out." So, at least he had the wherewithal to go, you know what? I probably shouldn't have done that. But, yeah, you do see a lot of the parents that don't have that self-awareness, that think, oh, you know what? This is probably not a good thing, that I'm yelling at the ref or starting to get into fights with people. You see parents jump over fences, get into fights.
I mean, it's not good for the kids either. This is what drives the kids, because they think somehow they're going to be disappointed. They're disappointed because they think their parents are disappointed because they got a bad call or they got whatever, they didn't do well enough. I mean, because the pressure from some of these parents think these kids are going to professional. They're not going. Most of your kids are not going to the percentage of people who make it to professional sports leagues is like, come on.
Yeah, fractions of a percent.
I mean, it's just not happening.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. So, anyways,
and it just shows that that lack of respect for authority. If you can't respect a ref, then it falls down to can't respect police officers. And this is the kind of culture that we're raising today. It really sends the wrong.
You do
message.
something like that, you have no respect for your coach. You have no respect for your teammates. You have no respect for the institution that you're representing on the front of the jersey. Nothing.
Yeah. You have no respect for the game because the people that are great at it would look at you and go, "I would never want to play with you."
Crazy.
Ever.
That's crazy.